Hey, here's another vlog for you guys. I'm just teasing. I got some criticism, actually from another SIDS mom, a few days ago on a grieving mother's page on Facebook, and she it was actually, the comments she made were actually so outrageous that, I mean, at first I was so, like, taken aback by them, because I just would never, and I can be, like, pretty ruthless of a person at times. If someone, like, I feel like someone is, I mean, I need to work on that. I got some serious pent up rage, but I would never. So I can be ruthless, but I would never ever like kick another, or like insult or add any more grief to another bereaved mother, and especially any of them. But I mean, someone that has gone through, what I've gone through, like with the whole the SIDS thing. But anyway, so she made a comment about how I was turning my son's death into like some kind of circus sideshow, and how when her son died, that she couldn't even get out of the bed, much less do vlog or whatever. So I don't know if I guess she had seen one of my vlogs. She wasn't one of my friends, but anyway, I started my vlogging about 2.5. It was sometime after my daughter died, and she's been dead 3 years, so it was about 2.5 years ago. And I did it because I live in northeastern Wyoming, which is a very rural, it's not very, well, yeah, it's a rural and a very isolated community. Like, there's no, and there wasn't any type of support group, still isn't, for someone like me, definitely. There's no SIDS support group. The closest one is probably in Denver, which is about 4.5 hours away, 4.5, 5 hours away. And so I wanted to be able. I don't know. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of like YouTube, mostly like makeup and beauty. Like I watch a lot of the YouTube beauty gurus, but I know there's a lot of different. There's a lot of different types of YouTube videos that are made, and concerning motherhood and all different kinds of things. So I thought, I first wanted to just track, kind of document my progress with videos, just my grieving process, and how, like, maybe like looking back at how far I came. And then I thought, well, I'll post them on YouTube, because I thought that maybe there were other mothers out there like me that didn't have a ton of people to talk, to, and might be a way for me to help someone else to, like, if they were, at their, at a low point, like we all have been, in this journey. We're at low points lots of times. It's like, I kind of think that, child loss, and dealing with it is kind of like the worst type of bipolar trip you can be on. You're feeling good in one moment, and then the next moment, you might see something that kind of triggers, just despair. And so you feel like, you might want to die the next moment. And then you look at, something around you, or something snaps you back into the living, into life. Like usually it's one of my kids, one of my 3 living children that, make me be like, I gotta snap out of it. I've got to, be thankful for the things that I have here now, and try to enjoy my life, try to, I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but try to live my life, to the best way that I can, mainly for my kids, and to try to, anyway. So I started, I'm sorry, you probably hate watching these, because I'm so, like, I'm just such a scatterbrain, and it's like a million times worse now, you can imagine. But, so I started them because I thought that, there might be someone else out there that was like me, didn't have a lot of support, and, might just want to think, know at a time that they were, she was really low, that, she wasn't alone, and that I had felt these, the same things, or, and had, gone through the same or similar things that, we bereaved mothers go through. So anyway, not that I have to explain myself, but that's why I started my vlog. So, it's been a month and a few days since Jones passed away. And this has probably been the hardest month of my entire life. I'm not kidding. And I've buried a child before. But I think that the second, the second sudden death, of my healthy infant, it blindsided me even more than the first time, because I just did not think that there was any possibility that it would ever happen again. And I was anyway. So I have, I have at times, I don't know, it's been hard for me to like want to like go on, to want to just get up and like, get back to life. But I think that, outwardly probably people that have been around me, which I haven't been around a ton of people because just now feeling like ready to, kind of face people and be around them again. I've been doing things like taking my girls to dance and to school, and tonight we went to Scarlett, started softball this year, and so me and Brian and Sailor took her to her first practice, and so, I was around, around other parents and, got to meet the coach and stuff, and I'm actually making myself do these things because even though I don't want to do them at the time, because I really just want to go lay in the bed for like the next few years. I mean, and if I didn't have kids, I probably would. But I don't know. I just feel such a huge responsibility to make this. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like my girls are like going through so much, and I just am trying to, I just feel bad. I feel like, I have to buck up for them. Not that I can't grieve. Like this morning, I was up in my room by myself, and I screamed and I cried for a while. And then I had a pity party. And I mean, I have a pity party several times a day, and I get sad several times a day. But, so I think that's what's making me be able to get up and function, because I do not want, I don't know, it's felt worse. I was able to do this, and it's only been a month, I know, but I was able to, kind of, I don't know, I just feel like physically, I was able to get up, and emotionally I was able to get up and kind of get back, or take care of my girls and do the things that I needed to do faster with Tess. And I don't know, I feel like I'm having to make myself this time, like, really, really, like, just constantly just, like, psych myself up to, like, okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. But you're struggling. Like, tonight, Scarlett told me that she reads the Junie B. Jones novels, and she told me tonight, and she has a bunches of them. She has a ton of them. And she told me tonight, she goes, I don't want to read Junie B. Jones anymore, Mama, because, it has the name Jones in the book, and I don't like to look at him anymore because it makes me sad. And, just little things like that. She wrote in her homework tonight, she had a worksheet to do, and the sentence, I think she was supposed to write a sentence with the word listen, make up her own sentence. And she said something like, we should all listen to our brothers and sisters and all of our, family members that might be in heaven. And I just was like, that's so sad that an 8-year-old has a brother and a sister in heaven, two brother and sisters that were perfectly healthy until they went to sleep one night. So, and Avery, she seems to be doing, she's struggling too. Scarlett doesn't cry and show emotion that way as much. Avery can cry and stuff more, but, and Sailor has this thing where he doesn't want anything to do with me at all, period. Like, if I ask him for a kiss, he acts like kind of angry, like won't come to me, wants his daddy, won't let me get him dressed, won't let me put on, put his coat on. I mean, anything that I try to do for him, get him anything to eat, he wants his daddy to do it. Or even sometimes he prefers the girls over me. Which, I think that he's been there a lot too. I think that he's probably traumatized. I think that I've been gone, he, went to Nashville for a few days and, was without me and Brian right before the funeral. And then after the funeral, he came back with Brian and I stayed a few extra days to, to do to type a few loose ends, like pick out Jones's headstone and, and order that and stuff. And then I went back the next week for the SIDS